Deceivement and manipulation. I've learned I've learned in life that there will always be people trying their best to deceive and manipulate in one way or another, creating a negative situation out of thin air, regardless of the atmosphere or situation. However, being aware of reality makes lies sound pathetic. Like there's gonna be people like there's gonna be people that are gonna try to deceive and manipulate, trying to mess up my day, on weekly and throughout the month, on weekly basis. And like I tell myself, I don't want to pay attention to people like that. I don't want to, how would you say it, give my attention, my time to people that are like that, because I've experienced it so much, that it becomes depressing, that it becomes frustrating, and now after so many years, of running into people that are manipulative, you know, I find it very pathetic, when somebody comes at me with lies, when somebody comes at me with a pitch, trying to manipulate and deceive me. I find it very pathetic, and like that's why I'm saying that once you become aware of what reality is, these lies, these, how would you say it, these lies that they throw, these pitches, they become pathetic, but I just wanted to emphasize that that's what people do, and that right now that I acknowledge somebody that's lying, in one way or another, because I'm aware, or because of the experience that I have obtained through so much lies, negative scenarios, situations where people are just trying desperately to manipulate and deceive. Since I have so much experience, I guess you could say that's why I find it pathetic, and that more and now more than ever, like I feel like I should, become very aware of people that are not gonna, they're not gonna be so obvious. They're not gonna be so obvious about the way they manipulate and deceive. You know, because of the experience I have. Because of the experience I have, and so I believe that in the future there's gonna be different tactics. There's gonna be different approaches to be able to deceive and manipulate. And so I have to stay, how would you say it, aware of what's going on, because like I have fallen into it so much that I don't want it. I don't want, somebody that's gonna, someone that's focused on deceiving and manipulating me to be around me, trying their best to do me harm. I don't want that. I don't want that type of experience. I do not want it. And so I'm going to try my best to stay aware and to take care of myself, you know, because I don't want those experiences. I don't want somebody that's, extremely prepped, you know, that's updated, that's, how would you say it, capacitated, that's trained uh, to be around me, trying to deceive me and manipulate me, to try to do me harm in any way possible. I don't want that experience, and that's why I made this video, because I don't want it. I don't want those experiences no more. I've already lived too much, and I'm just tired.